What's up everybody, it's Joel with Real Broker, and today we're going to talk about the biggest mistake that people make when it comes to circle prospecting. So if you guys are ready, let's get straight to it. All right, so really the biggest mistake people make in circle prospecting is that they don't do it in the first place. But we're not going to talk about that today. Circle prospecting is a great source of business. It's a great way to generate leads, and it's not so cluttered like expireds or for sale by owners because everybody's calling them. And really you have a lot more options when you circle prospect, and you could really specify the types of properties or homeowners you want to work with when you're doing that. But really the biggest mistake when it comes to circle prospecting, and it surprises me, right? Because people put in the work and they take the time to call these people, to try and build relationships with them, to gather their information, and ultimately put it into a database where they could kind of nurture and take care of over time. So I know a lot of agents who have hundreds of people in their database and quite frankly do put in the work, but the biggest mistake that people make is they don't have the proper automation set up in the back end. So what do I mean by that? Obviously, you're getting all of these people into a database, you have their information, but now you have to nurture that and you have to provide value to these folks in order to try and get, maybe some sort of referral out of them. Or, chances are that, something will come up down the road 2, 3, 4, 5 years later on from when you initially spoke to them. So you have to stay on top of mind. You have to position yourself as a market expert, and your automations really have to be on point. So when you have these automations set up on the back end, you'll be able to see these clients interacting with the automation. They're looking at properties, or they're clicking links, or they're watching your videos, or whatever the trigger may be that indicates that they might have some interest in the market, which allows you to therefore, go in and call them and try and connect with them. So there you guys have it. Put in the work, make these contacts, build your database as big as possible, and make sure you have the proper automation set up on the back end. Make sure you're nurturing these long-term or these forever leads, because we all know that life happens and nothing is, really forever in the sense of owning property. So if you guys have more questions on what type of automations I use, you guys can hit me up, join me in the Google Meets and do some prospecting with me. And if you guys have any questions, you guys can feel free to reach out at any time. Joel with Real Broker.